This is Weekdays with Lee Dixon on your iHeart radio station. Thursdays, we talk real estate with Craig Heppel at Ulverston Real Estate. It's time for a peek inside. Morning, Craig. How are you, mate?
Good morning, Lee. Really well today. Beautiful start.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Now I've got a question for you. How do I choose the right agent?
Oh, the $64,000 question.
I mean, you're biased.
Of course I am. Pick me.
Yeah. pick me. Yeah. But, I mean, it's a serious, legitimate question, isn't it?
It is. And I've dealt with a lot of people who I've almost had to prompt about what they should be asking me. So there's an unwritten but much practiced procedure that's undertaken by homeowners when the time comes to sell. They'll get in at least 3 agents to check the cut of their jib and choose the one with the nicest smile and the prettiest hair. No, I'm joking. The reasons that homeowners choose any particular agent can be obscure and varied.
Okay.
Now, I actually missed out on a listing once because the homeowner told me that I'd failed to remove my shoes at the door.
Rude.
Go figure, yeah. Hadn't heard from him for 2 weeks. I said, any thoughts? He said, you didn't take the shoes off. I thought he was joking.
Deal breaker.
Move on, I learned a lesson. Now, the biggest fears homeowners have is that they'll hire an agent that might undersell the property or not sell it at all.
And warranted, you know.
And warranted. We've all got these fears. I totally understand it. So I say to all homeowners who are thinking about selling, make sure you avoid the 3-card trick.
Okay.
The first card, the agent says, I've got to buy for your place and I can get you X amount of dollars. The second one, that buyer's bought elsewhere. And then the third card is, the market's changed and you'll have to drop your price.
Ooh.
That's all around just getting your listing at any cost.
Yep.
So just be wary of that. And don't forget, you aren't hiring the agency, you are hiring the individual agent. The shingle or brand means almost nothing to buyers. Buyers don't care if they're talking to Bugs Bunny Real Estate, honestly.
Yep.
It's all about who you choose as a seller to do the job for you. And with all that in mind, I'm going to let you come across a few questions that may help you choose the agent that will get it right the first time.
Which is what we want.
Now, you may choose some of them when interviewing agents or use all of them at a moment that suits you, say during an appraisal. So are we ready to rattle some off?
Pretty long list today, isn't it?
It is, but I'll get through them relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But you might only use 2 or 3, but you could use the whole lot of them as a basis for interviewing an agent.
Okay. Yep.
So the first one, how long have you been selling real estate?
We should role reversal here. I should be asking you the question.
Why don't you?
Okay. Well, how long? I mean, you've said it plenty of times over our tenure doing this particular segment. How long have you been selling real estate?
I've been selling for 21 years.
And
Number 2, what did you do before this career?
Oh, you've taken over my job already.
All right, go, Lee, go.
What did you do before real estate, mate?
I was in the New South Wales Police as a detective for 14 years and ran a series of my own businesses.
Wow, okay. Starting to get some credibility here. Do you live in this area?
I do. I live happily at West Ulverston.
Lovely. What are the benefits to a buyer to live in this area? Craig?
To live in this area, you've got the most beautiful waterways and beaches and you're only ever 20 minutes from something spectacular.
So true. Now, what do you think are the major benefits of this particular property that we're talking about today?
Well, you've got a lovely wall hanging behind you saying 7AD, 7BU. That would go.
And everybody wants one of those.
Everyone
Highly
wants one of
sought
those.
after.
But in answer to that question, every owner has something they're in love with their own home.
Yep.
So it's good to tell an agent what you think is the best thing about your home.
I'm going to let you continue with this now.
All right.
I'm botching it, mate. I'm botching it.
No, you're not. No, you did a great job. It's interesting to role play.
Yeah.
But who do you think might buy this house or property? You know, there's certain segments of the market. First home buyers, empty nesters, downsizers. You know, you've got to understand that. Can you tell us how your last 3 to 4 sales played out? Where did the buyer come from? Was the sale easy or complicated?
And this is all information that your real estate agent should be happily giving away, yeah?
I would be happy to discuss all this with my potential vendors.
Yeah, okay.
So they get an idea of how I operate, how Karen and I operate. What is the message you would use to attract buyers? So, you know, give us a headline on this property, or, you know, what message would you put out to buyers? Where will you be advertising the property to attract buyers? So what means of advertising are you going to use?
Yep, and we've said before, online is where it's at. It's click of a finger.
95% of buyers are online looking for their next property. Do you prefer to run inspections by appointment or open homes? How do you communicate with us, and how often? When it comes to feedback and updates. So how are you going to communicate with your vendor? What does your vendor expect? Do they want text messages? Do they want emails? Do they want you to call? Everyone's got different options that they'd like. What price range do we need to be in to attract buyers?
Really important question,
This
because
is
you know where
probably
you
the
both
most
stand.
important
Yeah.
question, because everyone it's the Mexican standoff. What does the agent think? We know what we want. What price range do we need to be in to attract buyers?
Yep.
Not sit on the shelf and go off.
Yep.
13, what commission do you charge? And the last one, number 14, how much will we be invested in marketing, and how is that broken down? Now, what that means is an agent might say, well, look, the marketing package is about $2,000. Well, what is it? How much for photos? How much for aerials? How much for a video? How much is a big ad on realestate.com? It needs to be broken down so the vendor knows what they're actually paying for.
Yep. And they're not going to get any extra surprises at the end there
That's
either. Yeah.
exactly right. You're right on, Lee.
All right,
So,
fantastic.
a couple of insider tips on what to look out for. The average commission charged by agents in the Northwest is about 2.5% of the sale price. Marketing plans can vary between about $1,200 and $2,000 depending on the type of property and how aggressively you want to portray the property to the market. Here's another one. No agent owns a buyer. Buyers follow property, not agents. And look for proven marketing, communication, negotiation, and organisational skills above all.
Yep.
And if I had to break down which of those four is the most important, it's negotiation.
Yep.
You need someone that can go into bat for you to get you the best price possible. So good luck choosing your agent. And if you want to put me on your shopping list, go to alvestonrealestate.com.
Here's the sell.
Yes. All right. Okay. And if you want a copy of these really helpful questions, just drop me an email, craig@alvestonrealestate.com. I'll say it again, craig@alvestonrealestate.com, and I'll give you these 14 questions that you could use when it comes time for you to choose an agent.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's wrap it up with a quote of the week this week.
Wow. This one's from one of my heroes, Mark Twain, the playwright and raconteur from the turn of the century in America. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled.
Lovely. Craig Hebblett, Alveston Real Estate. Thanks for that. Another Peak Inside coming up next week. See you soon.
Thanks, Lee. See you then.